Hello viewers, welcome to IT Maths. In this video we'll be looking at how to reduce fractions to their lowest terms. But before we continue, kindly subscribe to our page by hitting the subscribe or the follow button down there. Thank you. So let's begin. Reduce the following fractions to their lowest terms. 48/60. Let's begin with that. But before then, what do we mean by the lowest term of a fraction? Please, if you haven't watched our video on equivalent fractions, please kindly go and search for it and watch it so that you can follow us very easily and effortlessly. Okay, for instance, we have 3 oranges cut in this form. We would say that the first one is half. The second one is 2 is shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be 2/4. And the third one, 1, 2, 3, 3 parts are shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now all these fractions have the same value, so we call them equivalent fractions. But if you notice, the number here is bigger than what we have here. This is bigger than what we have here. And this is the greatest. 3 is the greatest. Greatest, bigger than 1 and 2. 6, bigger than 4 and 2. So this fraction is expressed in the highest form, while this is expressed in the lowest form. Though all of them have the same value, they are all half. You can agree with me. If this was one whole orange and they cut it into 2 and they gave you 1 part, and some other time the same size of the orange is cut into 6 different parts and 6 is given to you, look at it very well. It is still the same value. So this is half, this is half. All of them are all half, 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 the same value, just that they are expressed in different forms in math. So this is the highest of this form for now, though we can still have higher forms, and then this is the lowest. Please watch our video on equivalent fraction to really understand more on this. So what we are going to do in creating lowest term is completely the opposite of what we did in equivalent fractions. In equivalent fractions, in that topic, we increased this value and increase this value. But in lowest terms, we will be moving from the highest form of the fraction to the lowest form of the fraction. And we know one way to reduce a number is to divide it. So if I keep dividing 3, I'll get 1. If I keep dividing 6 by that same factor, I'll get 2. What do I mean? 3 divided by 3 gives 1, right? I'm dividing by 3. If I divide 6 by that same 3, what do I have? 2. So that is what we are going to use in dividing fractions and getting the lowest forms of these fractions. I hope you understand. So let's start with the first one. What factor can divide both 48 and 60? What number can divide 48 and 60? They are both even numbers, so 2 can do that. So let's divide. 4 divided by 2 is what? 2. 8 divided by 2 is what? 4. So I have my new numerator, 24. Let's do the same thing. Let's divide 60 by that same 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 0 divided by 2, 0 divided by a number is always 0. There. 2 can still divide. So if I do this, this is a way to get my new denominator. This is the route I need to take to get my new numerator, dividing by 2. Okay, what can I do again? Can 2 still divide? Yes, they are both even numbers, so 2 can still divide. 2 divided by 2 is what? 1. 4 divided by 2 is what? 2. The same thing. Divided by 2. 3 divided by 2 is what? 1. 1 will remain. I add the 1 here. It becomes 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. I have my new fraction, 12 over 15. Let's continue. Can 2 still divide? 2 can divide 12, yes. But can it divide 15? No. The next prime number is what? 3. Can 3 divide 12? Yes. So we pick 3. And it can also divide 15. That's why we are picking it. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Can any number divide both 4 and 5? No. 5 is a prime number. No other number can divide it except itself. And of course, this is not 5. So 5 cannot divide both of them. So we've gotten to the end of our division. And that is the lowest form of 48 over 60. Is that okay? Now let's look at the next example. 42 over 63. What is that common factor that can divide both 42 and 63? Now, I might decide to just go straight to the highest common factor, the highest number possible that can divide both of them. But it is easier to pick factors. It doesn't necessarily have to be the highest factor. Just pick little factors, little by little, so that you don't make mistakes until you completely reduce the number to the lowest end. So let's begin. Can 2 divide 42? Yes. But can it divide 63? No, it can't. 3 is a common factor to 42 and 63, so we pick 3. 4 divided by 3 is what? 1. 1 will remain. 12 divided by 3 is what? 4. So that's how we have 14. 6 divided by 3 is what? 2. 3 divided by 3 is what? 1. So we have 21 as a new fraction. Can 3 still divide? Yes, 3 can divide 21, but can it divide 14? No. So we move to the next prime number, 5. But 5 can divide either of them. The next one, 7. Yes, 7 is a factor of 14, is also a factor of 21. So we pick 7. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Can anything divide? No. Both of them are both prime numbers, and nothing can divide them except themselves. So we've gotten to the end of this fraction, the lowest form of this fraction. This is the lowest form in which this fraction can be expressed. So we call this the lowest form of this fraction. Let's look at the next example. We have 128 over 176. What can divide? 2. I pick 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 8 divided by 2, 4. I have 64. 1 divided by 2 cannot, so I take 17. 17 divided by 2 is 8. 1 remains. 16 divided by 2 is 8. They are both even numbers, so 2 can still divide. 6 divided by 2, 3. 4 divided by 2, that same 2, is 2. I'm done with the numerator. 8 divided by 2, 4. 8 again, divided by 2, 4. 2 can still go. 3 divided by 2 is 1. 1 remains. That's 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 4 divided by 2, 2 and 2. Okay, let's come over here. Can 2 still go? Yes. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 22 divided by 2 is 11. This is a prime number. We've hit a prime number, so no other number can divide it. That's the end. And that's the lowest form of this fraction. Okay, a quick one. Let me just state here that some people might find this method boring because you have to take it little step by step before you get to the final answer. Now, one way to quickly jump from here to here is by taking the highest common factor of 48 and 60 instead of picking just any factor till you get here. What do I mean? What is the highest common factor of 48 and 60? Let's find out. Please, if you haven't watched our video on highest common factor, I recommend that you go and do that. So we are going to pick factors that will divide both 48 and 60. So we pick 2. 2 goes into 4. 2 into 8, 4. That's 24. Into 6 is 3. 0. That's 30. 2 can still go. 2 into 2, 1 into 4, 2. That's 12. 2 into 3, 1 remains. That's 10. 2 into 10 is 5. So we have 15. 2 can no longer go because we are looking for the highest common factor. Factors of 12 and 15, but the highest common ones. So since 2 is not a common factor, we are not going to pick 2 anymore. So we go to 3. 3 into 12, 4 into 15 is 5. Nothing can go again. No common factor for both 4 and 5. So our highest common factor is 2 times 2 times 3. We are multiplying these factors up together. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So that's our highest common factor. So instead of picking 2 first to divide and then 2 again to divide and then 3 to divide like we did in the first method, we are simply going to use 12 at once to divide 48. So we are going to use 12 divide 48 and 12 and divide 60. So 48 divided by 12 is what? That is 12 times what gives 48? 4. 48 divided by 12 is 4. 60 divided by 12 is what? That is 12 times what gives 60? 5. So we have our answer the same way, the same answer we got before. So you can choose to take each factor up a time to divide this number until you get to the final answer, or you can just find your highest common factor and then divide it once and for all. But for people that are still trying to learn how to divide, I recommend you take it step by step. Take small numbers. That's the first example. Okay? But if you are very conversant with your multiplication table and how to find factors, just find your highest common factor and use it to divide once and get your answer. I hope that's clear. For this last question, please kindly do it by yourself and drop the answer in the comment section. Please remember to subscribe to our page by clicking the subscribe button or the follow button. Thank you. Until next time. Bye-bye.